just don't stifle me in my ways over here. He hadn't responded to
Surviving.
You seem like you're doing better than for a while. You enjoying your new place?
Tolerating.
Tolerating. It is 1,000 times better than a homeless shelter, so I have no complaints. But all four of us in the sunroom, me with my three boys, a dog, 2 cats, and a gecko, living in a sunroom. The whole house together is 12 people. 6 cats, 5 dogs, 4 hamsters. It's a little much, yes. Oh no, I forgot one of them died. We have 3 hamsters. No, there was 4 in there.
So is this thing ready to go? Yeah. I know. Am I supposed to be lighting the candle then? I'm the one today? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, she did. I see. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? You can hear me? Hello, everybody. Hey, hi, Helen. Good morning.
Happy to see everyone.
Yeah, how are ya?
I miss you so much.
I know I miss everybody. It's just, at least we can do this.
Right.
Yes. No, it's feel right. It's fun for that.
Oops. Hey, girlie.
I got a good, nice panoramic view.
Oh,
I just
good,
took
good,
one.
good, good. Oh, see, that's awesome.
I don't know. I've got everybody in there with. I'm redoing it. Oh yeah, that's right. Good crowd down.
Yep. I know. I just started turning around. I was like, I'm just gonna take a whole bunch of candid randoms. It's one of those that we'll see later what turns out good.
Yeah. Another one.
Yeah. So Alex is talking about in this law, maybe we can start meeting the nature part.
Well, I originally wanted to put that park, but it was just like
Right.
which I understand. But so I brought some treats that I did so that people can take them out individually. But it would have been fun to have them. So maybe we do this next time.
That's what he was saying. He was like, I think this is gonna be like.
We have to elaborate. Coming up for you. I think we should set it up and some of us go on it. And then we can I say people.
Yep. I think that would be absolutely great. And he said that it's gonna be car ride. Gathering will be really good. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna be like this with my hair. But if they're outside, we're smart.
God doesn't. He can't do anything about this.
Right.
He can't do anything about this.
You still get a picture of you still.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just up there going, have fun.
Yeah, Alex. Do you think we should bring Robin? I don't know. I can. No,
Grand Prairie.
Oh, great.
Forget if you're in the Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
When the kids go to school.
So am I the kind of wise? So I just sign them up for online.
Yeah.
So that they get to say everything. Because my goal is
well, because we're talking to each other, but otherwise I would take them.
and then I'm not.
Oh, wow. I know.
Let me.
I hope I don't. This was fun. You know, kind of a bunch of us had the idea. Oh, good. So we brought this idea. We're up
7 o'clock in the morning. Some of the classes have been, other classes not.
I agree to go in. So I guess some of us are. It's not. It's not.
It's really not. And I mean, for us, it's really good. I just thought it was hilarious because the first year I put my kid back to school. I mean, it's just so good. They just got put on the break and went, okay, don't come back.
Nice to see you too.
So, yeah. There's something there, something. I've noticed quite a few of the
Well, this is cool. I like it.
Well, like trying to find a place to put them.
A second row behind there.
It's like, okay, I'm tired of living in a local live. But done with this now. Yeah, exactly.
We need more chairs.
There's never gonna be a. We're not ever. I don't think it's gonna go
More
back.
chairs. I was going to go help get some more chairs.
It's okay. Just keep bringing them.
All right.
It was not 15 minutes, an hour ago.
I know.
30 minutes ago. Yeah, the crowds are going away. Yay.
Okay, Ellen, can you see me if I sit down? Okay. If not, I'll stand.
Yeah, the humidity just cranked up.
I take it off. We're apart. We're social distance. I'll move over a little more. Can you make it? Is it okay? Or do I need to stand? Or should I? Can you take me from corner?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh. Your meeting thing just disappeared. It just connecting again. So I can see the slides. Okay. Reestablish it. That's just connecting, that's all. You want me to bring it over?
Oh wait, that one's mine, isn't it?
Yes, this one's mine.
Oh, it just dropped.
Just meeting. Unless I want to, I'll just kind of look to you and you just give me a finger and I know you're moving the next slide.
Yeah, I'll move the slides. Yeah.
Okay. So just kind of. All right. Good to go? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Pathways family. So nice to see everybody today.
So nice to be here.
Yeah, nice to have people live and nice to have people out on Zoom. Welcome, everybody. It's a beautiful day. So as you can guess, good morning to all of you. I am Lynn Hanford and I'll be your online and in-person worship leader today. If you're joining us via Zoom, I recommend that you have your screen via view set to speaker. Is this on? Oh, they can't. You may not hear through the Zoom. I'll speak as loudly as I can because you're not going to hear me through the mic, just so you know. So I'm pretty loud, so hopefully you'll hear me. Thanks for attending Common Ground service today. It's wonderful to see all of you, both in person and on Zoom. The Common Ground is in every way, shape, and form is our celebration of worship for people of many paths who are gathering virtually to share in the responsible search for meaning and truth. Pathways is a warm and open community where all who come with open minds and kind hearts are welcome, regardless of ability, age, race, gender identity, or sexual orientation. We hope that all of you join us today, find this a safe online and in-person place to worship. Now for our opening words with this month's theme, renewal. The single overriding objective in wellness is creating constant personal renewal, where we recognize and act on the truth that each day is a miraculous gift. And our job is to untie the ribbons. That's the law of esprit, spirit, living life with joy. Greg Anderson. Please join Michael Moore for Amazing Grace. If you listen closely, you'll hear the outdoor congregation singing.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Was grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fear relieved. How precious did that grace appear. moment I believe. Too many dangers, toils, and snares I have already come. His grace that brought me here thus far, and grace that will lead me home.
Woohoo! Thank you, Michael. That's wonderful. Join us for our virtual chalice lighting with words by Reverend Scott Taylor. Let's see if this works. The flame is lit. We who long for return, who long for repair, gather again to mend the tender strands of connection between each other, the world, and those parts of ourselves buried deep. We begin once more the work of welcome, of forgiveness, of renewing this weary, worn world. Come, friends, a new day, a new story awaits. I invite you to join me in a renewal of our sacred promises. Please read along with me if you're able, or recite by memory probably. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest of truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve human need to the end that all souls shall grow in harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with each other. And I would normally say, please be seated, but you are. Sorry, having some fun with this. Please enjoy our next musical piece, I Am Opening Up in Sweet Surrender, performed by Michael Moore.
This song is a chant. Some of you may be familiar with it. If not, it's very easy. So if you want to pick up on the song and join along, please do. Otherwise, maybe you prefer to close your eyes and just get into the chant. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening, I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I
Thank you. It's so nice to have live music. You feel like an open concert here today. Thank you so much. Our call to worship today is from Jan Richardson's book, Circle of Grace, entitled Blessing of the Well. If you stand at the edge of this blessing and call down into it, you will hear your words return to you. If you lean in and listen close, you will hear this blessing give the story of your life back to you. Quiet your voice, quiet your judgment, quiet the way you always tell your story to yourself. Quiet all these and you will hear the whole of it and the hollows of it, the shapes in the telling, the gasps where you hesitate to go. Sit at the rim of this blessing, press your ear to its lip, its sides, its curves, that we were carved out long ago by those whose thirst drove them deep, those who dug into the layers with only their hands and hope. Rest yourself beside this blessing, and you will begin to hear the sound of water entering the gaps. Still yourself, and you will feel it rising up within you, filling every emptiness, springing forth anew. Now Alec will give us a short message leading to the water communion. And I wore this necklace specifically because to me it symbolizes a drop of water.
Thank you, Elaine. Thank you all for coming up here today. I see 32 of us and another 19 on the Zoom meeting, so that's just fantastic. A lot of people I haven't seen in quite some time. I have a piece called Ritual for Water Communion by Gary Kowalski. It goes, we draw from many wells, from oceans and rivers, from lakes and streams, from the muddy Mississippi to the roaring Rio Grande, from faraway places and from the ponds and puddles in our own backyards. Yet all are refreshing, each rivulet is cleansing, each capable of nurturing and sustaining life. As people of faith, we draw inspiration from many sources, from earth and sky, from poetry and legend, from art and music, from conscience and the law written in our own hearts, each satisfying our deep thirst for meaning and the yearning for justice that rolls down like waters in the soul. As I call forth the name of the spiritual tradition that inspires you, I invite you to rise in body or spirit in honor of the religious diversity that enlivens our Unitarian Universalist faith. Christian, Jewish, Buddhist, humanist, pagan, theist, feminist, Native American, Hindu, Muslim, and Taoist. We bring our water into communion to share with one another, just as we pull the many insights that inform our own singular experience. For a droplet of water alone has no color. It remains clear and translucent, almost invisible, but in combination, the many drops together can create a brightly varied rainbow. Unseen realities made real and present for all to witness. Together we aspire to represent the full spectrum of humanity, to make love, justice, and hope visible upon the earth. As you carry your water forth today, I invite you to pour it somewhere upon these grounds, the site where we rejoice, mourn, laugh, and worship, your special contribution to the greater life and sea of faith of which we are all a part. So I brought my water from Lake Grapevine, where I've spent a lot of time lately in my tiny little boat, and actually ran into Annette a couple weeks ago at the restaurant out there by chance. So it's very special to be able to see her and spend time in nature. So I'm going to take my water and I'm going to put it right here into the earth. And anyone at home participating via Zoom, feel free to take your water and pour it into the earth, and it'll all come together as one with the rest of us. And now, Pathways family that are here, if you want to one at a time come through and contribute your water to our communion and speak a few words to the microphone, we'll all be here to watch.
And just for the benefit of everybody on Zoom, the reason we're all muted is they have no speaker actually there to hear us. So because
My
of
water
that,
comes from Lake Grapevine too, because I love to go out and walk out there, and I'm so excited to see everybody here today. Thanks for coming.
I always thought water teaches us many lessons about changing a form, but always being one.
I'll say a quick word. This water comes from a high mountain valley in West Virginia, which now flows clear and clean, but once upon a time was totally polluted. So I'm so proud of my state for cleaning up their water.
Our water came from our road.
This water came from my tap, but it represents the water that we went down to the Mississippi and actually got our feet wet in the Mississippi, and I have to say it wasn't muddy. So
our water is from Colleyville, Texas, which I think originates in Lake Arlington, but we double filtered it.
We brought water that symbolizes our gratitude for the recent rains here in Texas. You want to say something? You want to say something? From home. Say something. From home. Okay. From home.
This water symbolizes the rivers that we visited in Colorado, the Platte and the Arkansas. It's gorgeous up there, very cool. I'm going to water a new tree here. This water comes from my home where I've been sheltering. This water comes from a fishing camp where we've been sheltering and where we cook and where we sustain ourselves. Yes, we have been sheltering in place, and yes, we do enjoy seeing all of the folks on Zoom, and I will be so happy when things get back to normal. Y'all take care.
represents water from my sister's pool. We were able to spend time with family this summer, and in this crisis, that was a special thing.
This water represents water from my garden, which has brought me great joy this year. I think I'm going to water the trees.
And this water, we putting it in? Is from home. Represents the gardening and all the sheltering in place.
This water is drinking water from my home, and it represents the endless nature of love that keeps finding a way no matter what.
This water is from my kitchen sink, and I spend a lot of time there.
This water is a representation of all my pain and my tears and my sweat of the past year that I am releasing with my Pathways family and back into the earth to start this new year fresh again.
And this water's from North Richland Hills, and it kept me alive on my ride over.
This water is from Franklin's home, and it represents all the new friends I've made in the last 2 years.
My water's from home too, where I've been sheltering in place, but I am also always grateful to have access to clean water. I'm going to water the new tree.
And this water is from 6733 McCoy Drive. Nothing elaborate, but I'm thankful that I have clean water. And I pray, I've got 2 little grandchildren, and I'm not so sure in 10 years that they're going to have clean water. So this is for my grandchildren.
This water's from my grandbaby's dog dish. She said, "Curse something from us," and she made me the hat. So I'm a lady with a church hat. But anyway, it's that's Zoe. She loves this church, even when she didn't come very much.
And finally, although this water is not from it, I'm going to say it's from the Brazos River, where I had a wonderful experience with some great Pathways friends, which reminds me of how grateful I am for my entire Pathways family. And I'm going to water the new tree as well. Here's here. Thank you to our Pathways family, both here and remote, for joining us in our water communion ceremony, one of my favorite ones of all time. Now enjoy our closing song, Sweet Forgiveness, performed by our own Michael Moore.
Sweet forgiveness. That's what you give to me when you hold me close and you say that's all over. There ain't no looking back. Don't hold the cards to stack. You mean what you say. Sweet forgiveness. Oh, you help me see that I'm not near as bad as I sometimes appear to be. When you hold me close, that's all over. I still love you. There's no way that I could make up for those angry words I said. Sometimes it gets to hurting and the pain goes to my forgiveness. Dear God above, I pray that we all deserve a taste of that kind of love. Someone to hold on to our hand. I understand. I still love you. There's no way that I could make up for those angry words I said. But sometimes it gets to hurting and the pain goes to my head. Sweet forgiveness. Dear God above, I pray that we all deserve a taste of that kind of love. Someone to hold on to our hand and whisper, I understand, and I still love you.
Thank you so much, Michael. I also meant to say, since we're common ground, for those of you on Zoom, go ahead and post what the water means to you on chat, because that does get recorded. And I meant to say that earlier. So we'll give you a few minutes to get that written down if you choose. Thanks. And now, thank you for leading us in song this morning, Michael. We hope that each of you on your individual path through the joys and questions of life found some common ground with your virtual travelers today. Please join me in these words as we extinguish our chalice flame. And thanks to the breeze, it just extinguished. The flame is extinguished, but not our hope for the future. Our courage in the face of crisis, or the love we share in all the world. Thank you all for joining us today outside of our beautiful building to have this wonderful live and virtual common ground. And I'm so honored to be the one to lead this very first one in our history. And now, Alec, if you wish to finish up. But thank you everybody for being here today on this very special Communion of Water Day. Or maybe it was I supposed to say this, but on behalf of Alec and everybody who came up with the idea. Everybody who came up with the idea. Of you. Thank you, because this was really wonderful and very significant in the history of pathways. Thank you. I thank each and every one of you for joining us today. Together, we are a congregation. So stick around for a few minutes to say hello. But also, if anybody's inclined, I have brought some sweets. And if you wish to support the local businesses and get some takeout, we can perhaps do a picnic either today or some other time. Thank you so much. Thank you.